But Tom still thought of his mother and father, and one day he asked the king to let him pay them a visit. King Arthur not only consented, but when he heard that Tom's parents were poor, he led him into the treasury, where he kept all his gold, and told him he might take them as much money as he could carry. Tom, with much difficulty, dragged out a 3-penny piece and loaded it on his back. Then he toiled along the road beneath his mighty burden for 2 whole days and nights before he reached his father's cottage. His mother met him at the door and could not thank him enough for taking so much trouble, all for love of them. She placed him in a walnut shell by the fireside, made him comfortable and cozy, and feasted him for 3 days, till he had consumed the whole of a hazelnut which had been prepared for him. When he had thoroughly rested and enjoyed himself with his family, his duty told him it was time to return to court. So he bade his mother and father goodbye and was off. As soon as he returned, King Arthur made him a knight. Sir Thomas Thumb he was now called, and the king gave him a needle for a sword and a mouse for a horse. Thus armed and mounted, he rode out with the king and his knights, and all enjoyed a hearty laugh at sight of Sir Thomas and his prancing steed. One fine day, as they passed a farmhouse, a large black cat jumped out and rushed upon him and his mouse. But Tom drew his needle and boldly defended himself and his steed, till one of the king's knights came to his assistance and carried him safely off. Thus Sir Thomas Thumb held his own bravely in the world, and withal was so merry, lively, and bold, that he won the respect and affection of all. In later years he was often heard to sing, "My name is Tom Thumb, from the fairies I've come. When King Arthur shone, his court was my home. In me he delighted, by him I was knighted. Did you never once hear of Sir Thomas Thumb?"